Welcome back to my page. This is 365 days of writing a short story until I become a better storyteller, artist, and writer. So today we got a brand new rough draft. It's called Black Silhouettes, and it's just a pure idea. It's no, I didn't purposely because I just wanted to get the idea out onto the paper. So it's not edited. It's no corrections. It's just straight up idea from my brain. And it's like helping me measure how better I'm getting and how it sounds. So eventually, even when I just jot down idea, it's gonna be structured eventually. But right now I'm just working up to like jotting down my idea and getting it on paper. But anyways, without further ado, Black Silhouette. A worn black instrument sat in the corner of a garage surrounded by yard appliances. Dust accumulated on its strings. Its body held scars. A buzzing noise filled the space. The door slowly retracts. Sunlight illuminated the moderate space. Three contoured shadows stood in the foreground, eager and determined. They inched in the garage, spreading out. I'm going to get the drum set from the indoor porch. Every time they came back to the garage, something new was discovered. Old memorabilia from the late 80s and 90s. The pages to a teen magazine. Whisking through the page, his eyes scanned for unique styles and fashion. The whisking stopped. An attractive female musician piqued his artistic interest. The second guy rearranged items in search of something very specific. His eyes bulged. I think he found it. There's my baby, he said, retrieving the instrument from the corner, taking his shirt to clear the dust particles. Strapping it across his chest, he recounted his steps back towards the sunlight's beam. A mic stand was placed in the center. Dude, could you believe I was that close to getting Kiera's number? You're a horrible wingman, by the way. His bandmate agreed with the initial statement, but recoiled on the second half. Dude, I tried. Her friend was hella mean and strong as hell. The back door flung open. He brought each drum in. He brought each drum in one at a time. Then the remaining pieces. Next, a small red boxes paired with a laptop. He tapped he he tapped a few buttons and twisted a few knobs. The angles they angled themselves as if they were on stage. Represent to you Black Hawk. The clacking of drumsticks signaled a countdown. Dude, what the hell? I thought we were going with Infinity Loop. The lead member approached the microphone. Let's just introduce ourselves as a count, as a three count. An agreement of silence filled the space, blurting out each name. I'm I'm singer in black. I'm the drummer of black, and I'm black guitar. An electric, crunchy, searing sound disrupted all forms of silence in the neighborhood. Twang, twang, wah, wah. The drums fused with the searing guitar. Tss, tss, tss. Crush, carrying both sound on his shoulders. The lead singer, ethereal hymns became one with nature. Cars would stop to take a brief listen. Horns blew in support. They played for hours. They were outside of time. Next thing, they realized the sun had set. The session had come to an end. Luckily, there's only a week of school left, but they were concerned with college. They all were accepted into different schools. The next week had arrived. It was one of the busiest in their young lives. Prom, graduation, and leaving behind their high school selves. The celebrations had come to an end. Like always, they were setting up their last jam session. It truly dawned on them at that moment that the band was being broken up because of school. They drug their feet into the garage. The singer in black scrolled hopelessly through his feed. A red alert pinged in his inbox. The page shifted to his personal messages. Clicking the most recent that's emboldened. Yo, kick off your summer with us at Soundfest. You get to see your favorite bands play. And we have a new addition, up and comers. You get to play in front of a amateur stage. This flyer is a VIP ticket confirmation. So if you got it, congratulations. His eyes widened, entering flow state, rushing to the garage. Let's go, he stated. Confusion filled the other bandmate's face. He pulled up the message again. They looked down, then back up at him again, their eyes filled with possibility. The charge of excitement bled through their performance. That session, they prepped for hours, rehearsing their favorite songs every week, and even coming up with a few new lyrics and songs. It's the week of Soundfest, a 3-day event located in Austin, Texas. A sea of steel reverberating boxes jam the expressway from left to right, moving every 5 minutes. The drummer in black smacked the steering wheel repeatedly, growing impatient. Their instruments obscured the back seat of the truck. The singer in black gazed out the window with furrowed eyebrows, observing the different vehicles. Don't worry about it, bro. I'm coming up with some concepts for this bogus ass traffic as we speak. The guitar is black. The guitar is black, buried his head deep within his phone to pass the time, typing a list of band names. It took hours, but they can finally see the festival approaching. The sound could be heard for miles. Cheering filled the truck. They were mesmerized by the crowds. They seemed never ending. Parking was even worse, hunting rigorously for a spot. Finally, a car was pulling out near the VIP entry. The doors opened and flung shut. Their outfits encompassed history, the 80s and 90s era of rock and digital fusion. Onlookers ogled them to no end. They approached a doorman. Band name, he said. They responded with Black Hop, unison. Their faces winced once the tasteless words fell from their mouths. Searching the list, he removed the velvet rope, granting them access. The area contained all sorts of artists and musicians and social media personnel. The cameras beamed, the cameras beamed as artists were interviewed before going on stage. A table of food sat and drinks sat in the center of the room. A large sectional was propped near the window. They watched as artists entered and exited the stage. The roar of the crowd made them both anxious and excited. They were directed to the sectional. A beautiful posed woman approached them. I like the look. She looked to the cameraman to affirm, nodding silently in admiration. All right, you're excited to be here. Bring all of your present feelings and emotions. Don't change anything. Before we start, what remind me what your band name is again? They looked at each other. The guitar in black held up a halting hand. We're Black Silhouette. In all, they murmured. How fitting. The cameraman signaled a three countdown. Welcome back to another exciting festival brought to you by Up Nation. There's a lot of new young talent being showcased, like my next guest, the fashionably talented Black Silhouette. One by one, they introduced themselves, questions about their hometown and how they all met, and topping off the interview with if they were single. Smirking, smirking, they replied, super single. One replied, duper single. The last one replied, hella single. The broadcast had a brief intermission as a stage hand pointed them to the crowd. Their instruments were already set up as they treaded towards the crowd. Over 200 people waited patiently, dapping one another up before getting in position. Hello, Texas, Soundfest. The crowd cheered moderately. They observed They observed them. They observed them with unsure eyes. I'm black guitar. I'm drums are black, and I singer in black. The ethereal sound waves washed over the unsure crowd. They've never heard a sound so unique. All right, yeah. Whoa, damn! I didn't know it was that long. Yeah, but this this one was kind of yeah, it was real. It was real ugly. I ain't gonna lie. This one it's unedited though. That's the whole point. But wait until tomorrow though. It's gonna be way better than this one. When I really dig my claws, my talents into the story. Yeah, watch this. I'm about to unravel everything, man. But yeah, man, this is. I didn't even say what today is. Today is day 22. Yeah, today is day 22, man.